Good morning. Happy Sunday, everyone. So I am back today, and I actually had a request to, someone had asked how to do like a multi-strand seed bead bracelet and close it off. Now I'm not a seed beader, so I'm hoping that's not what you meant, but I can string a bunch of seed beads, and I can show you a really fun way to close it off, and an easy way too. So I'll be more than happy to do that, and that's what we're going to do today. And I gathered up some of the really pretty seed beads that I have, and a few other little goodies. So let's go ahead and get started on that. I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, so here I am. I have some things. For those of you who have followed me over on Wendy's Crafting Friends, I had mentioned when I did a Temu purchase that I have in the past purchased seed beads from there. Well, that's where all of these came from. I can check to see if they still have them. I believe they're like a kind of like an 11.0, maybe a little bit larger than that. Yeah, I think they're a little bit larger than 11.0, but they have nice like larger holes, so they're really nice. So you could use them on like leather and stuff like that, but we're gonna just use some bead stringing wire, and I've cut 5 strands at 9¼ inches each. I also decided to team it up with this beautiful ceramic bead that I also purchased on Temu. So let me just show you a few things that I have. So I have my 5 strands, I have some crimp tubes, and I just dumped my whole little new package out because I'm gonna have to put them in my little container that I have. I have a couple cones. I'm not really quite sure if we're gonna use both cones or not, but I have them. Now, these are just like cone-shaped bead caps, and you can get them, I got these on Beadbox Bargains. I have a couple eye pins, a couple regular jump rings, a large jump ring, this really big lobster clasp, and I have no idea where this was purchased because I ended up getting it when I purchased some bundle stuff from Chris when he was selling Wendy's beads and stuff. And I have a couple gold spacers. So one of the things that is kind of like a really good thing to do is you can put all of your strands, you know, do like a crimp tube and put all your strands on a jump ring or on, you know, an eye pin, and put it into a bead cap like this, like a cone. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. We're not gonna use any wire guardians. We're just going to make little loops at the end here, okay? So my cuticles are really bad, you guys. I need to do some moisturizing. So we're just going to not loop them over anything right now. We're just gonna end them and make the little loops. So I'm just feeding my crimp tube through my wire, and we're just gonna bring it down a little ways here, so that this is really tiny. See, like if I use my pinky fingernail, it's even smaller than my pinky fingernail is across. So we're going to just crimp that down. This is, I mean, I'm sure there are so many ways to do this. This is just, I found like the easiest way for me if I'm doing a multi-strand bracelet or necklace with a bunch of seed beads. This is just my way of doing it. So I'm sure there's many other ways. I can definitely look into that and see if there's anything that I can show you. But this is the one thing I've been doing for a while. And like I said, it's like the easiest thing for me. So I'm hoping this is what you meant and not like bead weaving, because I have not even gotten into that. I think I would love to learn. I just feel like my craft room is so overrun with projects and stuff right now that I don't know if it would be a good thing for me to pick up on right now. So as a matter of fact, this is probably going to be the only video I make today, because I have really neglected my space in here and I need to get it cleaned up. So it's kind of a hot mess right now. You would think that once you get it cleaned that you just keep it clean, but you know, usually we're like, do a project, set everything aside because you have other stuff going on in your life you have to go take care of, and then when you come back in, you don't really feel like cleaning that project up. Now you feel like just like setting those different beads like in a little container and saying, I'll put them away later. I mean, at least that's what I do. I don't know about the rest of you guys. You might be more organized than that. I'm pretty bad when it comes to stuff like that. All right. So, and I'm not really sure where on the bracelet I want to use that large focal bead. It could be center, it could be at the one end. I really am not sure yet, you guys, but I'm sure I will figure it out by the time I get to the middle. And that way we can address what we want to do. Like I'll try it on in the middle and see if I like it in that spot. And if not, then we'll just go ahead and put it towards the end. I'm just kind of making sure all my loops are about the same size. And just crimp them. I'm just using traditional bead along crimp tubes. I'm not using anything special. All right, so now we can go ahead and put all these little loops together. And if they don't fit, I'd rather have it on this guy and not like on a jump ring. But if they don't all fit in here, then we can figure that. But I think that they will. So I'm just going to open up my little eye pin here, and we're just going to collect all these ends. Okay. And this is why I didn't put a wire guardian on, because it would just be so thick that it probably wouldn't all sit in a eye pin like I wanted them to. All right, so there they are. And now we're going to close this up. And we're just going to make sure that that is really closed, because even just a tiniest little crack, a little space there, one of these wires could slip through and you'd end up having to like take a bunch of stuff off your bracelet to fix it. So just taking that extra second just to make sure it's closed all the way. All right. Now you can do this a few different ways. Because we're gonna be beading all of these, you don't need to put anything big in here, but you surely can. So like if I wanted to, I could put the big one right there, but I'm not going to do that because we're going to be beading all these little guys on here. But for right now, we're not even going to put this cone on. We're just going to take that right off, and we're just going to leave our little head eye pin on right there. And then let's just start beading one of these. And I will, I will pause periodically so you guys don't have to watch me bead this entire 5 strands, because it could get really old and monotonous, like after a little while. And these seed beads are really cool because they're kind of like not a solid color. They have some gold, and they're also kind of like gradient. It's hard for me to explain. They're really, really different. So they're really just kind of cool. So if I can find the link for them, I will also put them on my description. Same with the ceramic beads. All right, so now we're just gonna fit those over those 2 strands, that your little tail there, and just put it right up against everything. And let's just go ahead and keep beading this. All right. Oh, shoot, you guys. You know, how do I do that? I seriously just dropped my whole strand. Like, I don't even understand how that happened. I lost a couple seed beads onto the floor, but that's okay. I'll sweep them up in a little while, I'm sure. And I can go through my little pile of dust and pull them out if I choose to. So yesterday was Saturday, and we just kind of hung around the house most of the day. Well, we had to go to Costco in the morning, and then to the grocery store to get some things. And anyone else who has a Sam's or Costco membership, you guys know you're not really walking out of there less than $100, right? I mean, it is what it is. And we just renewed our membership not that long ago to Costco. So we are in the process of getting our getting us to a point where some things we just can go once a month. So every week we're just spending a little bit more money on our groceries to get us to that point. And because that's eventually our goal, is to be able to do some once a month shopping and then small weekly trips. All right, so we're gonna stop right here on this one for right now because I wanna see how they're all going to fit in here, just to kind of take a peek at it and make sure that I'm gonna like it before I get too far down the road. So we're just gonna keep beading with other colors right now. I think when I ordered these seed beads, I ordered like 2 of the blue and 1 of every other color that they had because I found them so pretty. So, and so far they've been really nice. I mean, I like that they aren't all like the perfect shape. So these are definitely good ones to do just some stringing with. I know that people who seed bead like to have their, beads be, pretty perfect. Like they want them nice and uniform so they fit in their design really well. But if you're looking for just some stringing beads or even like colorful spacers, these are really great. And they were really inexpensive. They were not expensive at all, which is why I bought like a bunch of packs. I think they had like 10 colors available. And I bought a little pack of every color. Yeah, if you guys could just see like how much of a mess my room is right now, it's just so bad. I'm just gonna put a few more on and then we're gonna clamp this one down too. All right. Okay, let me gather both of these. And seed bead bracelets end up looking really cool, like when you string them and you can do a multi-strand, or if you're looking to do like a more petite one and you're just wanting to, maybe just do one strand with like a cute little focal, and they're really fun. And they're stackable, so if you wanted to do just a bunch of single ones, you definitely could. And then just combine them all together as like a nice little stacking set. It gives the wearer plenty of options, to stack many, wear one, wear two, yeah, so I really like them. Or stack them with some other big ones, if you have some, chunkier bracelets that you want to stack just a couple really cute little, not chunky ones together. So we had friends over last night to play games. We like to do game nights every now and then, and it was really nice. It was such a good time. And my brother came over too. My mom is in Florida for one of her friends' birthdays. I think the lady was turning like 90 or something. So she flew down just for the weekend to, spend some time with her because our timing is not very long on Earth. You know what I mean? And she knew that she probably wouldn't be able to get back down there anytime soon, so this was the perfect opportunity for her to go. So my brother came over for a couple hours and hung out too, and we all just, we all like make like a little dish to pass, and we ate some food and sat around and chit-chatted and played some really fun games, and yeah, it was just a lot of fun. It's always nice to do that. And what's really cool is that, you know, we have friends that love to play games, you know. That's one thing I never grew out of. I love games, and we find some really fun ones to play. Like last night was it was a truth or dare game, and it's a family game. So the truths and the dares are like really good. You know, they're not like, you know, horrible things that nobody would want to do. The one I had to give somebody was stand on one leg and sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Well, before you knew it, all of us were singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," and it was just so much fun. This bunch of adults acting all goofy in my living room, but it was a blast. Just get these on here. So yeah, these seed beads look really cool, all strung on. I like them. I think you guys will like these too. They're very unique. It almost gives like a little striping pattern. So it's just really kind of cool. And I just picked a bunch of colors that I really like together. There's like it's like an aqua, there's a regular blue, there's a green, there's this like coppery orangey color, like a peachy color, and then there's like this other like almost like a yellow in a way. So yeah, I think they look good together. And I think it's one of those transitional pieces that you could wear in the summer, but then wear it in the fall, spring, winter, you know, you name it. It's just one of those pieces that would go with so many seasons. And I really like jewelry like that. I mean, it doesn't matter to me anyway. If I feel like wearing beachy jewelry in the middle of winter, I'm gonna wear beachy jewelry in the middle of winter. There's just, there's nothing that's gonna stop me from doing that. All right, so let me clamp this one in here, and we'll do one more, and we'll see how we want to do the end of this bracelet, if we are ready to do that at this point. Nope, just use that color. I'm trying to stack them off to the side so I don't double up on a color accidentally. You guys, thank you for all the comments and feedback on my channel. You guys are so fantastic. I really appreciate all of you coming over and following me over here too. I am so happy about it. I mean, I know like we all have so many people that we follow on YouTube and different designers and stuff, and it's so nice to be able to follow all those people. And I just want to say that like you guys have really made my day. I mean, I feel the love. I absolutely feel the love from all of you. And that's the other thing I kind of want to do today too, is I am so behind on watching my favorites as well that I really want to kind of catch up on that. So I am definitely wanting to do that. And so I'll probably like sit on the couch and grab my earbuds and watch some tutorials and maybe learn a few new things, and watch all my favorites too. I think there are some designers that I watch that I haven't been able to watch any of their tutorials in like a month. So it's going to take me a few days to catch up, I think. All right, I think that we're at a good spot here. Let me go ahead and clamp this one on as well. All right, so now let's go ahead and look at this real quick. I put my little cone on. It fits over my little seed beads pretty nice. And now there is like a little opening there so you guys can see, but that's really okay because it's just going to, you know, allow this to like kind of flatten out on your wrist, and it'll be fine. The other thing I like to do is I like to just take like a little gold or silver, whatever you're using, round bead, and do just like an ending to that. And then we're going to do a simple loop, and I made sure I was pulling this up to make sure it's nice and tight. Just cut that off a little ways. And then just roll that back down into your loop. So there's our little simple loop. All right, I am going to bead some more on here. I want to go about halfway up, so just a little bit more, and then we're going to try on our our ceramic long bead here and see if that's where we want it or if we're going to want it down towards the end. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I just tried to like look at it, and I think I like it right here because it's kind of in the middle, so let me show you. And I just put all 5 of my strands through this large bead, and so the clasp will go on and it'll be just right here in the middle. Now you can do like another smaller bead if you wanted to right here to try to make your focal a little bit larger, but I think this focal is pretty much perfect. So now that we have that, and you're probably like wondering, well, how do I know which one to bead on which strand? It's not going to matter. So you could just pick one and pick a color and just start beading it, and it'll be just fine because they're going through here, and no one's gonna know if you don't have the same color here as you do over on this side. It's gonna be fine. So let's go ahead and just lay that down here, and we're gonna just go ahead and grab a color and start beading. So it looks like, because I have a pretty large clasp, looks like maybe we want to do, let's see here, maybe another like 1 3/4 inches or 2 inches. Let's say 2 inches because we can always take some off if we want. All right, so have this here, and let's just go ahead and bead. I'm just gonna grab this one and just start beading onto it until I have about 2 inches worth of beads. Oops. Oh my goodness. And you know, these holes are so much larger, but yet I still struggle. I don't know why. All right. Let's see where we're at. I know that's not even 1 inch. Yeah, not even 1 inch. So we still have a little ways to go. We'll do a couple of these strands together like this, and then I will do more off camera so you guys don't have to watch me just string a bunch of beads on. If you ever want a nice, relaxing like project, something that you can just put in like a container and just sit on your couch and listen to whatever TV show you feel like listening to and watching, just making like a seed bead single strand necklace with like some larger beads like kind of sporadically throughout is a really great, just super relaxing project. Matter of fact, after I get my room cleaned up, I might just do that. I might do one myself. Let's just put a couple more seed beads on. One. And that way I can just make it a whole bunch of different colors. And like I'll even go as far as just to mix them all together and just make a really long necklace, and something that you don't even need to have like a closure if you didn't want to. I mean, you would end up doing it because of, you know, you're stringing it, but I'm sure you could figure out a way, like maybe do like a focal bead or something that they can go through and end or whatever. But yeah, it's so cool because then you can wear it like, you know, wrap it around your neck, 3 times, 2 times, just once. Maybe you could even get it wrapped around your wrist a few times just to make a really fun, like wider, like wrap type bracelet. So yeah, it's just such a nice, like relaxing thing to do. And then it's also putting those seed beads that you may not use to good use. So, dig out some nice little fine metal pieces and some, maybe some of your bead soup, go through, find some, pretty beads that are orphans that you want to show some love to, and put in a really pretty, fun, relaxing piece of jewelry. And it's so not stressful, because I know we've all made things that have stressed us out because we're trying to do like a new technique, or the look we're going for just isn't quite working out the way we thought it would. And those are really stressful things when you're trying to make something work. But this is just something that is so super relaxing. I have like one of those like breakfast trays that had the legs, and William got it for me for Christmas, and because he knows I do like to sit on the couch with them and watch kind of half watch a movie or a TV show and do some beading. And so I just grab everything I want to use, set that on my lap, get cozy. Oh, I almost put that on twice. And just make something really fun. Some of my best pieces came from that. Some of my favorites have come from doing something like that. Some of my favorite necklaces and bracelets have come from nothing but bead soup. Just grabbing my jar and just dumping it out and finding everything that I want to put together, and just either making all the beads into links or just stringing it all. It's just really fun. Plus, it gives me the chance to spend time with my family and still work on something that I love doing, which is important to me as well. I like to do both things, spend time with my family and work on my little projects that I like to do. I think I might finally have the whole uploading to YouTube figured out, because it took me a good bit to figure it out, you guys. I haven't figured out how to make my little photos, like with all the extra things on it. But I am pretty simplistic. I do like just a simple photo sometimes. And I feel like the photo and the, and your description of what your video is about should be the one speaking volumes. So I'm okay with not knowing how to decorate my photos right now. I just want my work to show, my pictures to show my work. Well, I hope you all have been having a good weekend so far. I think tomorrow is my last full week of August, because we get a 4-day weekend for Labor Day weekend, which is really nice. I love that, because I work for a small company, and the bosses love to have extra days around holidays to give everyone time to do, you know, family stuff and relax, you know, and I appreciate that so much. It's just, it's so nice. You know, that where most people are only getting like the weekend and that holiday day off, you know, we're getting that holiday, the weekend, and the day before the weekend off too, which is fantastic. It really just gives you time to do all the things that you're wanting to do. All right. Yeah, that's all pretty close. Let me see. Oh yeah. Okay, let me get my last color here. So as you can see, it's not a very time-consuming project. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of stringing of tiny beads, but these beads are so nice. Like, they go on so easy. And with that big bead in the middle there, it eats up a lot of your space too. So always, like, adding a focal like that to something with a time-consuming project cuts time out of your project, and it adds so much texture and interest to your piece too. Like, I could see doing a whole necklace like that, with that being the focal of your necklace. I think that would be really, really cool. Maybe that would be something I'd sit on my couch and work on at night. All right, just a few more of this one, it looks like, and we'll just tighten down everything and make sure that we have it on there right. All right, maybe one more, and let's see. All right. Just grab all these, and I'm just gonna kind of like squish it all in a little bit and see if I need to add anything else, but it doesn't look like I do. They're gonna kind of twist up naturally, which is really cute because it ends up looking really cool. But I do want to take a couple beads off. It looks like I want to take off one of these and maybe one of these peachy ones. There we go. All right. Yeah, that looks good. All right, so now we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So we have all these great little things that we're gonna be using, plus we have some crimps that we need. There's 5. And these, we're gonna go through a couple of the beads. I'll do one of these and then I'll pause it for a minute, do the others. Oops, I almost ran that right through. Oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry, you guys. I should have felt that coming. All right, I'm gonna put my, so I don't like just do something silly, I'm gonna put my round nose pliers in here just so I can have something to hang on to it with. Just pull that down. Okay, I'm back, guys. Sorry I had to cut you off so abruptly. I ended up with like such a tickle in my throat and I needed a cough and my eye was watering and I'm like, oh my gosh. So I just like, you know what, I'm just gonna pause it right here. All right, so we got all of our ends done, all right? We have them all closed off with our little loops. So let's do the same thing on the other side here and just hook them through the end of our little eye pin. the eye part of our eye pin. I don't know why the other side went on so much easier. And there we go. All right, now that we know they're all in the little space there, let's close that up. And once we get this part closed, we'll make sure that it's super closed all the way. There we go. Now we can put it through our little cone. So look how pretty of a bracelet this makes. Makes such a pretty bracelet. Put our little bead on the top there. And just like on the other side, we're gonna do a nice little simple loop. I pulled on my strands, like this wire, really hard to make sure that they're really in there. And let's do our little wire loop. And there's our little loop. See how this worked out for us, and I think it's going to be just about perfect. So the one thing, I had some little pieces that popped through the beads, and I want to get rid of that. Little pieces of wire that I thought I had all the way through, but they popped out when we were moving around, so no big deal. Just go in and snip them off. If I can get it snipped off. There we go. Just so it's not pokey and weird. All right. So now we have all of our little pieces. And now we can put on our clasp. So I think I want a smaller one than that here. Let's put this little jump ring on. I wish I knew where these clasps, like where Wendy would have gotten this clasp, because it is gorgeous. And I would love to order other ones that are that big and that ornate. And then let's put on our big jump ring. And there we go. Probably don't need one this big, but let's see. Oh, we definitely don't need one that big. Hold on one second, guys. Let me see if I can find a little bit smaller. Doesn't have to be a lot smaller, just a little bit. Okay, that honestly looks like a good size. Oh, it's a split ring. Well, you know what? Let's put that split ring on. I forgot I had a couple of them just like tossed in there. I'm just opening up my little eye for my eye pin closure. And just hook that right on. And then we can put our bracelet on. All right, so there it is, you guys. There's our pretty seed bead bracelet. And I think it turned out really cute. And I hope that this answered your question when you were asking about how to end a seed bead piece. So if not, let me know. If so, let me know. Either way, let me know. All right, I will talk to you guys soon. I hope you have a really blessed day. I think I'm going to use the rest of the day to clean up and relax. All right, much love to you all. Bye, guys.